When I originally started my career, the LED situation was pretty simple. We had red, we had yellow, we had green, and there was talk about blue. Nowadays, you can basically have just about any color which you want. And what you see here is a pink LED made by my friends at Harvatek de Shenzhen. And I recently received samples, both of their pink and of their purple LEDs. And now I wanted to take a little opportunity to show you how they behave in the lab. So, either way, this is the box which FedEx actually delivered. So let us start to cut inside. Here in the back we have the normal document pouch, and here we see, interestingly, Tamhan in Hungary. So let's see what they sent to Tamhan in Hungary. Here we go, and we see we've got this here, and we've got here our gaggle of anti-static bags. And what do we have here? Oh, Harvatek. We've got here some Harvatek diodes, and as we see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags. We've got 5 bags of 500 each, and then we've got 1 bag with the smart LEDs where we get but 100. But either way, that's a very, very generous selection. And so now it's time to take a bit of a closer look at what we actually got. So, and now it's time to take a more detailed look at the pink and at the 3 purple LEDs. Let's start out with the purple because I got more of them. The first candidate, which we have here, it's a bit difficult with the camera, but to me this looks like it's a 0603. And next, this to me looks like it's a 0805. And then finally we've got this guy here. And it looks to me like it's a 1206. And we are going to see what they do in a minute. Before that, we want to look at the pink ones here. The first one, it's also a 0603, but it seems to have a not clear cover. And then the second candidate, which we have here, it's a 0805-ish, and also not with a clear cover. At this point I have to make a short plug. Up here, or somewhere up here, you find a link which shows the LED soldering process in detail. In order to keep this video short, I did not include the soldering process, but yes, please like and subscribe. Thank you. So, and now basically we do what you expect us to do. Up here you see a test PCB containing the 5 LEDs, and down here I've got my power supply where I can adjust the various current and power consumption levels. This cable should be away. And then basically now what we're going to do is we are going to step across. But I have a little thing in the back, namely my old Olympus from my days as a press photographer. And you see, the white balance is set constant. So from time to time I will also make a picture with the constant white balance, and then this shows you approximately how the LED will behave in practice. So, let us start off by setting the power supply to 2.4 volts. We see nothing happens. Now we go for 2.6, and we see the LEDs come up, and now we go for 2.8. And this is a point where the LED, I'll be honest, is already more than comfortably bright. So it's now time for a quick picture. And I'm not going to go any further because I don't want to damage the LED. So instead we go to the next guy, which is right one down the road. It's the smaller. And we see that she also is very, very bright at 2.8. So we are going to also get ourselves a little picture of this guy here. And now we are going to go down to 2.6, at which point we see the LED is still active. And now we go down to 2.4, and we see no, at least very, very minimal light. Here on the camera you can still see it, but with the free eye it's almost invisible. So, next group we go on to purple. Here again with 2.4, we see that basically nothing happens at all. So let's just go in with 2.8 instead. 2.8, and we see we get a bit of a flicker. So now let's go for 3 volts, and now we see what is basically more or less a bluish light. And then we can move over to the smaller ones. And here we see that, interestingly, the smaller ones, in terms of the color, they by and large behave the same way. So it's always the same bluish shade. Let's go for 3.2 volts. And we see not much change, just brighter, but it's still a slightly pinkish blue. And yes, it's about the same color on all of these 3 LEDs. So unlike the pink ones, where we saw the one is brighter pink than the other ones, these 3 essentially all have the same color. So, now, what can I say? The pink LED, I'm 100% convinced. The color is very intensive, clearly discernible, which is very useful if you need an additional status LED for technically challenged customers. Now you have one more unique color. And as said, the colors are very bright and very attractive. And if you want to buy the LEDs, here you see my sales contact. Tell him that I sent you, then they will treat you better. And now to get to the purple. Well, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a bit sensitive about colors. It's obvious that the purple LED is not as blue as a normal LED is, but under a violet color, I would expect something a bit different. Well, but nevertheless, these are very impressive chemistries. Congratulations to the people at Harvatek. And if any one of you ever wants to use any LEDs, I can really recommend Harvatek. I've been buying from them for many years, and there is literally, I've never had a problem with them. So, thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.